You all know me as a definitive Mac guy, but there's also a dark side of me, the alternative Arthur, that loves Windows. Hi, I love Windows, and especially the small computers that pack impressive specs into tiny boxes. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking like that. Just like this one, Geekom Mini IT13. I have been testing this computer for a while now, and let me tell you, I'm impressed. I think this might be one of the most powerful small computers you can get. It's really close to the M2 Mac Mini in Geekbench single core and even outperforms in multi-core. And it's upgradable, which can make it even more powerful. What I like about the form factor of this mini computer is that it can fit behind any monitor without any clutter and cable mess under the table. And I don't even need to buy any additional stuff to mount it since it comes with a VESA mount in the box. In the same box, there's also a power adapter and the HDMI cable, which is already more than Apple gives with Mac Mini. It is still a buy your own display keyboard and mouse type of deal. As Steve Jobs said, buy your own display keyboard and mouse. And for many people, this is a huge advantage, especially for those who prefer mechanical keyboards or use non-standard displays. The size and weight are really impressive, and the overall design to me looks really good. It feels premium and doesn't attract that much attention to it. I think the design perfectly represents the core idea of this computer: small, powerful, and professional. It has no RGB lights, flashy designs. It is just a metal box with damn powerful internals that neatly fits behind your computer screen or stays on the table without attracting too much attention. I do really like computers that do not attract attention, and mini PCs are surely the best ones at this. However, the most shocking thing is the amount of performance and technology packed into this small body. This small brick has the latest 13th gen Intel Core i9 13900H. The processor has 14 cores, 20 threads, 24 megabytes of cache, and can ramp up to 5.4 gigahertz, and all that with a TDP of only 45 watts. This is a very powerful processor that usually goes into high-end gaming PCs, but the processor isn't the only impressive part of the internals. The motherboard is super small, as you might have guessed, measuring at only 4 by 4 inches, and in this motherboard there is a place for a 2TB SSD and 32GB of RAM. If you want, you can install your own SATA SSD for additional storage if you need it. And it works exactly as you might expect, super fast. Windows has absolutely zero issues and runs super fast. YouTube 4K video playback works without a single dropped frame or lag, and while doing all that, the processor isn't even loaded all that much. It mostly idles and the computer stays absolutely silent. The latest Intel chips are damn impressive. Of course, this mini PC doesn't have a gaming GPU, but the processor has integrated graphics, Intel Iris Xe. It works similarly to the integrated GPU and M series processors from Apple, using RAM as video memory. Here, it just has much more RAM to spare. 32 gigabytes is not a joke. With 32 gigabytes of RAM, I can open 20, 30, 50 tabs in Chrome, and the computer will still be responsive, and it's even enough to play modern games. Intel Iris Xe is not a very powerful GPU, and you shouldn't expect it to run Cyberpunk on ultra settings, but if you're into simple gaming just to relax a bit, it's gonna be fine. Most modern games can launch and run, but not at the highest frame rate. It is mostly a work machine rather than a gaming one. Of course, if you want, you can connect the external GPU. Luckily, there are enough ports to do it. This mini PC comes with 2 HDMI 2.0, 2 USB 4 Type-C, 4 USB 3.2, and a 2.5 gigabit Ethernet. And believe me, this is more than enough for everyday needs of 99% of people. I think this mini PC is going to be perfect for programmers, since programming is mostly CPU demanding and you don't need a powerful graphics card to run Visual Studio. 14 cores and 20 threads at 5.4 gigahertz is more than enough for almost any project, whether it's an Android app, game development, or anything else. This mini PC is a perfect computer to do it on. But since I'm not a programmer, I was mostly interested in video editing capabilities, and before we get into that, I want to say a few words about the build quality. Geekom Mini IT13 might not look like the Mac Mini, but its quality is just as good. The metal case feels robust and strong, the alignment of force is spot on, the overall quality control is really high. Usually these small mini PCs are plastic all around, but guys from Geekom are using aluminum here, which should make this computer last even longer. I would say that this combination of super powerful processor, great selection of ports, and a robust casing can easily last 5 to 8 years without any need to upgrade. And there's also the modern Wi-Fi 6E and Bluetooth 5.2 support, which is also great for future-proofing. So how is that video editing? I think the best editing software to use on this computer, and any Windows computer in general, is DaVinci Resolve. It is really well optimized and has a ton of features, which makes it a perfect candidate for beginner and more experienced editors. And DaVinci Resolve runs absolutely fine here. The video playback is super smooth and responsive, and if you want to use complex effects, you can always turn on proxies and completely get rid of any chance of seeing any slowdowns. The rendering itself may not be super fast since it's slightly limited by the integrated graphics. However, the sheer might of this processor is more than enough to start rendering a video and jump to Chrome and watch a few videos. Applying complex effects, working with 4K videos and heavy codecs, adding color grading, everything works great. At this point, it feels a bit silly to even mention that Microsoft Office and meeting apps like Zoom or Skype work flawlessly here. And you know what? With all the editing going on, the computer stays cool and silent. Thanks to a well-engineered cooling system inside, I was expecting it to be a jet engine, but even under the heavy load, it stays really quiet. Now, I want to tell you the most shocking part. It is really affordable. Right now, Geekom is celebrating its birthday. Happy birthday, Geekom! So this mini PC got a heavy discount and is now available at $789. This is a crazy deal if you ask me. For example, the NUC 13 mini PC with i7 1360p, 32GB of RAM and 1TB SSD retails at $900. If you still don't believe me, let's compare that to the price of the Mac Mini with a similar price and specs. The base Mac Mini cost $600, and if we upgrade it to have 24GB of memory and 2TB of storage, the price skyrockets to $1,800. That is a crazy amount of money, and you cannot even upgrade the Mac Mini in any way. Here you can easily add more RAM or storage if you need and prolong the life of a computer even further. And once again, happy birthday, Geekom. Keep on making amazing things, and you guys simply click the link in the description and check out the Geekom website, because we teamed up with them and you have a chance to get this guy right here at a very good price. So who should buy this mini computer? I think anyone who needs a Windows PC in a small form factor. It's small, it's powerful, and it's affordable. If you want to build your ultimate home office, this mini PC is your guy. If you want to have an affordable workstation that will allow you to also develop your other skills, it can do that. Come on, even if you need a video player for your brand new 8K TV, this mini PC will be perfect for it. And if you don't have the huge TV to plug it into or a monitor, Geekom also has a portable monitor on sale that will basically turn this mini PC into a portable computer that you can take into any cafe or restaurant to work. It may look strange, but it can do that. Dark Arthur approves. Whew. All right, that was something. Thank you guys for watching. Check out this video right here. It's very useful, informative. And see you in the next one.